Occupy Ottawa protesters are considering their next move tonight after being evicted from Confederation Park.
Police swept in the early hours of the morning, arresting 8 demonstrators who refused to leave.
For more on this, we go live to Judy Trin in Confederation Park. Judy.
Adrian, their tent city has been completely dismantled here at Confederation Park, so Occupy Ottawa protesters were forced to take a stand elsewhere. They demonstrated outside the NCC's headquarters today on Elgin Street, and despite being forced from the camp they called home for 39 days, very few people showed up. Solidarity! Occupy Ottawa protesters showed their anger at being evicted from Confederation Park, but their voices have diminished. At its height, there were more than 100 protesters. Today, only about a dozen showed up to demonstrate. Obert Madundo was evicted last night. He and others chained themselves together in their tent. This video shows Madundo being arrested.
They dragged me for a distance. It was very, very rough. And then they dropped me, and I hit my head, the right side of my head, on the road.
Madundo was taken to hospital and treated, but police say they used as little force as warranted. A total of 8 people were arrested and released after being fined.
Well, they were all given trespass to property tickets. It's a $65 fine.
After police completed their sweep, the NCC began cleaning up the park.
Essentially, it was removing garbage. It was largely garbage that resulted in a number of people occupying with tents for 39 days.
Now that Occupy Ottawa is technically homeless, the challenge before the movement is to figure out how to get their message out.
It does not mean the end of the movement by any means. You see, what's important is not the occupation of a physical space, such as happened here, but the reasons behind it.
This supporter advocates setting up temporary information booths at Confederation Park and spreading the message online. Others want to set up camp elsewhere, but some people aren't even sure what the message was.
Because we come here twice a week, you can smell more weed being smoked around than any protesting at all being done.
Now, Occupy Ottawa protesters are considering taking legal action against police for what they perceive as excessive use of force. And there is also talk about setting up camp at a city-owned park. If that happens, they should expect pushback from Ottawa City Council. Today at a council meeting, Councillor Rainier Blows raised the concerns about the cost of policing Occupy Ottawa. Back over to you, Adrian.
Thanks, Judy. That's a CBC's Judy Trin.